Today we welcome Willow, Wren, and Anthony Olmo, co-authors of the Dauntless Chronicles, an intergalactic adventure for readers of all ages.
It takes place 100 years in the future in a different solar system on a different planet that's similar to Earth. And the three main characters end up getting caught in the middle of a coup d'etat. One of them escapes on her battle cruiser, and before she can go into a hyperspace jump, her ship gets rammed. So she gets knocked off course and ends up crash landing on Earth, where she's captured and taken to Area 51. Her friends follow her, end up getting attacked and crash land as well, and then they reunite with her in Area 51, and the rest of the story is how they get home.
Experimenting with all the different personalities and like watching some of the characters, you really get to dive into the characters' brains. You get to really see how they feel, and especially with like the alternating perspectives with each chapter, it really just goes to show what each character is thinking.
Willow, what is an alternating perspective format?
You really get to see what Anthony said, what each character is individually thinking about a certain situation, because someone could have an opinion that is completely different from the character next to them, but you wouldn't know that if it were in a third-person perspective, which is why I think writing it in alternating points of view is really great, because you get to see every character's take on what's happening to them throughout the book.
Well, you were 14 when you both wrote the book. You were both 15 when you illustrated for the book. How did you find these artists?
They're our friends.
They're our friends. Discord has really opened up. Like, you meet people around the world and you meet some amazing people, because we showed them the book. They were interested in it. So of course we didn't hesitate. We wanted to get this out there, and we showed them. They showed interest, and art started. They eventually started giving us art.
Mm-hmm. And reviews. Several of their reviews are in the book as well. What we did in the beginning of the book is we have it in like a magazine kind of format. We have screenshots of the actual text messages from our friends across the world, and we put them in the book so you can see it's the correspondence between us and our friends and what they had to say.
I understand that there's a section on the dauntlesschronicles.com website for fan art or fan mail. Where can people send this mail or art?
They can go to their Gmail, and they can go to the website, and it's fanmail@thedauntlesschronicles.com.
It must have been so exciting to see it in print for the first time as a draft book.
That
amazing.
Yeah, it was just wow. Like, this is here. It's in front of us. Oh my God.
We were like 5-year-olds at a birthday party and jumping all over the place. We were so happy.
I understand you had a friend with you.
He's our original fan, the first person to ever really read the book, give us good feedback. It's great.
We call him the original fan, or the original stan.
The original stan.
Oh, well, I guess it's really good that he was there the day that book arrived.
Yeah.
Happy parents, happy everybody, happy kid.
My mom cried.
It seems that the importance of family and friendships and loyalty are running themes in the Dauntless Chronicles. Was this intentional?
Well, yeah, it's about 3 friends that end up getting stuck in this awful place, and they have to stick together and help each other out in order to get out of there and get back home to their family. So yes, loyalty and friendship and trust is really big in the Dauntless Chronicles, because it's great to see that in a person. Everyone likes someone that they can trust.
I understand that you wrote the ending first and then you wrote chapter 3. Like, you need to start with chapter 1. How did that work?
Is have the ending first, because so you know what you want to lead up to.
Mm-hmm.
Is because like sometimes when you start from the beginning, you get going and then you're just like, wait,
where do I go from here?
Yeah, exactly. But when you have the ending written down first, you know where you want to go. You know what needs to happen in order to get there. And sometimes what also happens, which is fun, is you develop other things along the way
that you didn't think were originally going to be in there.
Exactly.
Willow, so how did you design the planets?
We had them in a note document. We had like descriptions of them. What my dad and I did was we went into a computer program and we found a way to make spheres and really just bring out the characteristics of an ice planet or an ocean planet or a planet that's similar to Earth, like the one that the book starts in.
There's something very special on it. Why don't you tell us about the compass rose?
The needle of the compass is a top-down view of the ship that the book is named after.
And the ships. How did that come about?
In my mind, I was always fascinated with steam tech and the way a steam engine worked. And I was thinking, well, what if you take the idea of taking a steam engine and putting it in space? And using that instead of, I don't know, like a fusion reactor or some sort of crazy modern tech, and use a steam engine instead. What will that be like? Will it be just as good, if not better? And eventually what happened is this idea slowly turned into this awesome just story with ships, characters, planets. It just grew and grew and grew and grew to what it is now. And it turned into something amazing. The Fleet Admiral is basically, you could say, almost like the head of the entire Kaiser Council, as we call it. He controls the entirety of the UDN, which is the Navy, which UDN stands for United Dragon Navy.
Willow, can you tell us about the gods and goddesses of the Dauntless Chronicles?
This was very fun to develop because I've always wanted to make like a god system. We have the Queen of the Gods, she's like the main figure, and then she was the first being in the universe. So she created the stars and the planets, and then her children would give the planets ocean and land, which then ended up creating life on the planets.
Can you tell us about the technology of the universe?
Their technology is based entirely around steam power. I love steam. I love everything about steam. It's very unpredictable. It almost makes the machine that is powered by it seem alive, like a creature almost. And it's very much portrayed throughout the book through Destin and his superpower mechanical advantage.
You both run the Dauntless Chronicles Discord community.
Oh, yes.
How does somebody become a part of that?
Well, in the back of the book, there's a QR code. And you can get the book, you can scan the QR code, boom, you're on Discord, welcome to the community. And
we have some awesome people on there. And if you don't, we also have, like, if you have questions about the book, you don't understand some of the lore, we have awesome people that'll help you understand it.
We have a channel dedicated to lore, like little extra pieces that weren't in the book. Yeah, you can go to the website, www.dauntlesschronicles.com. The QR code is on there, as well as a summary of the book. And also, if you want to shoot us any questions, go ahead. Give us questions. We are
ask away.
Yes.
Your first book in this series is nearly 450 pages. You guys should be really proud of yourselves. You wrote it when you were 14. That's amazing. You're illustrating it when you're 15. Thank you so much for being here on Let's Talk.
Our pleasure. Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us.
Always, yes. Thank you.